jumpers, welcome to another trailer reaction from Hyper RPG. We're super excited to be here to do the trailer reaction for Marvel Studios' Captain Marvel. Augustine could not be here because traffic in Los Angeles is an absolute nightmare right now.
Even when it doesn't rain.
That's right. So we're joined here by our friend Emily Rose Jacobson.
Hi.
She was here for the first trailer. Very enthusiastic and very excited about that. The internet's a very interesting place. If you're too excited, you're a fake. You're faking it. If you're not excited enough, you're not a big enough fan. So this is going to go one of two ways.
Oh, I'm just a very emotional person, so my expressions are always very big.
Yeah, very excited.
Very
I don't really have any sort of like laundry list of expectations. I just want to see more of the characters, more of the story, and kind of get a better idea of like what is happening in this movie. Because the first trailer was very much, I feel like the impact mostly was about just the meaning of what this character is.
Yes, and Carol standing up. Yeah, that shot, that 3-shot.
A tease of her journey.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm not like we got to see this villain and this villain. She's a relatively unknown character to like the general populace. She's like even in her own comic book world, she is not as prominent. I mean, she is within the Marvel universe, but it's not like she has like a rogues gallery, and
right?
Like, you know what I mean? She doesn't have that kind of legacy yet. So I'm right now. I'm thinking like, look, the big show is Avengers 4. And that's the thing that everybody's going to be foaming at the mouth to get any little details. Yeah. That's the one where it's like you got to pick apart every frame. I am so stoked for Captain Marvel because I know it's not that. All it is like we're going to be introduced to this character, Carol, and then she'll be in Avengers 4, which is exciting. So right now I'm like, whatever you got.
Yeah.
Whatever you got.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see much more of the story in this one, hopefully. Much more of our alien friends.
Which ones? The Skrulls? The Kree?
Skrulls. I want more Skrulls.
Okay, great.
That'll be fun. All right, shall we?
All right, let's get this started. Here we go.
Whoa. So, Skrulls are the bad guys.
Controversial in the first trailer.
And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
There's like a very Batman sound to it.
Your life began the day it nearly ended.
Oh, wow.
We found you. With no memory, we made you one of us.
Whoa.
So you
is that Annette Bening?
Annette Bening, yeah.
Stronger. Superior.
Yes. Oh, that's so cool.
You were reborn.
Okay. Love it.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Oh, what?
Oh, she's going to be a pilot, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be
Yes. Would you like to know
Oh, nice.
Okay, cool.
what you really are?
Oh, sick.
I think I had a life here.
What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think.
A hero.
That's
So, it's just the beginning.
I'm
Ronan.
not gonna fight your
Oh, it's
war.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Mendo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end it.
Oh, shit. Fuck. We're going Super Saiyan, y'all. We're going full Super Saiyan.
Aren't you the cutest little thing?
Oh.
Aren't you cute? And what's your name, huh?
Fury.
What's you? I'll be back.
Great. Fans of the comic are going to love that. That was awesome.
Crazy.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
When her hair was glowing full on, it was the first time I have felt just hair-wise that we're ready for a Dragon Ball Z movie. Because I saw that, I was like, oh, we're ready. Like, we're ready to see Son Goku turn from regular to Super Saiyan. That was dope. You get more story? There's more story.
Yeah, there's more story. I love, because we've seen the looks of, because in the original trailer, the first one we got, we saw the shot with her in the spacesuit with the mohawk. So I'm interested, I'm glad we got kind of the explanation of this now. The helmet creates the mohawk. She doesn't really have the mohawk naturally. It's just from her natural hair. It'll be curious to see if for Infinity War they give her the mohawk, or if they stick with this look for Infinity War.
That's a great point, because this look right here, as far as we know, and we might be wrong, is 1994. 95, whatever. It's like mid-90s. Carol is that look right
without
there.
The helmet,
So we might get
we might get Pixie. We might get Mohawk. We might get another
the faux hawk, like the various kind of modern, really cool and sexy hairstyles that Carol has been rocking in comics of the past few years. Like that everybody, fans of Carol, are fans of that because it's cool. It's very distinct. It's very like noticeable.
Honestly, like I think the big standouts for me, it was great to get more of the story, but it was great to see the character in space.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the space battles when I started being like, oh.
Yeah, that looks really cool.
Like,
It looks
amazing.
really awesome, and I think like you have to sort of bring that because Captain Marvel is sort of the bridge.
Emily's face is so great.
I was just like, it was that thing where all of a sudden you go like on the Incredible coaster or California Screaming, where all of a sudden it just takes off. You're just like, ah!
But I think it's great because this movie is a bridge to Avengers 4.
Yeah.
We have to assume that Avengers 4, there's going to be some stuff that potentially takes place in space.
Oh, for sure.
Not just on a planet, but actually in space. So to see that, the first sort of version of that, and we've seen some of that stuff in Thor, but it's mostly been like traveling through space, but not so much of like fighting in space.
Yeah, in Guardians of the Galaxy, you go into space, you die.
Exactly. So there's a little bit of flying, but to be unaided in outer space,
the stakes are
such
high.
a cool visual. And it's a great way to add something new to, like, we've seen a million, billion, trillion space battles in movies with spaceships shooting each other with lasers. Here comes a woman flying around shooting fucking energy and, out of herself and like avoiding stuff. That's gonna be the most, man, seeing that in 3D, that's gonna be so good. That's gonna be so good.
We held tight.
Oh man, that was a great trailer.
I love how I was like, I want more aliens, and then the first thing was
the lady
with the grandma
getting punched.
Well, I think it's funny
and
too.
then the Kree. Oh my gosh, the Kree blood transfusion.
So it's great getting, because it's just enough for you to really get a context as to like, who is Captain Marvel and how did she get her powers?
At least at the beginning of the movie.
Yes. Without like giving away too
correct.
much.
She was like, I think there's a key to there's a key to all of this in my past, or something like that is what she said in the trailer. And I was like, great, fucking great. The whatever the mystery of this movie is, whatever the big thing to overcome, it's going to have something to do with her remembering something or something in her young life up to this point.
Ooh, follow-up question. So do we think that, and once again, love in the trailer, they're doing her a hero.
Yes.
Loving the wordplay, loving the reveal.
Yes.
And also, we're getting even more shots of her being knocked down and standing back up again. That seems to be the really big theme of this movie that they keep showing us. So do you think we're going to get Carol's interspersed memories throughout the film?
Yeah,
she
I
just
think
kind
so.
of have like flashbacks.
I think so,
I think, we talked about it last time with the way that the teaser was cut and the way that this is cut. People were saying from that last teaser, oh, I'm underwhelmed. And I'm sure a lot of it were dudes because it's a lady superhero, but there was a feeling of like it didn't hit as hard as other movie trailers with epicness. And I think that,
I don't know, that last shot was pretty damn good.
That was fucking great. There was a bunch of that in this one, but I think that it's because maybe the movie itself, the narrative, is not the easiest to trailerize because of the fact that like narrative bouncing back and forth through time is pivotal to the story, and it's pivotal to a build-up of a moment. So you can't have just one moment where she's standing up. You got to show, it's a big moment in the movie because she's younger and the Air Force, and then she's a kid, and then this is the whole point.
Yeah. So this isn't like a traditional, or this is, correct me if I'm wrong, this isn't like a former, like, to me, the Marvel movie structure has been like
origin.
Great.
Yes.
Origin. This one, kind of like Black Panther, kind of like Spider-Man Homecoming, isn't necessarily origin, but in those two, it is, for those two characters, established powers going into a different conflict.
Correct.
Now it's, here are my powers. What is my past? What is my
origin
story?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would be like as if Doctor Strange had amnesia and then he found out he was a rich doctor from, you know what I mean? It'd be like, he'd be like, whoa,
my
I
hands.
didn't know that. I didn't know it was a surgeon.
I had an accident.
It's a nice twist on the traditional origin story. Because
Yes.
traditionally we're kind of used to just seeing the character. We're introduced to the character. They go through some sort of transition, then they get their powers, and then they become the hero.
A call to action, a reluctance to that call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be cool to see that potentially this might be a little bit like that, but also very different, where we get to see other phases of this character's life.
Yes.
I agree, and I think it's really smart for Marvel to be doing that with this movie. Like you said, Adam, it's a way to mix up the formula. We've seen origin stories over and over again, so the last thing you want is for an audience to roll their eyes and go, ugh, another origin story, as if it's a bad word, because the fact of the matter is, and they were saying this before Doctor Strange came out, But the fact of the matter is, a lot of the way that these characters can work with audiences is that we do have to see some kind of origin. We have to see some kind of who are they, what are they, either before or after they become a superhero. Spend some time with them. That's the thing that's missing from when superhero movies don't work. Is when they
you don't get the why.
You don't get the why. You don't get the. But who is this person when they're not this?
Gosh,
like,
Spider-Man: Homecoming was so good.
Yeah, because you get all of that. Even with T'Challa, even with the crazy, like, you know, I can't relate to being a king of a nation that's super advanced and all this stuff. They still bring it down and be like, here's what T'Challa's going through. He lost his dad. Boom, boom, boom. Here's his mom and his relationship with his sister and do. And then he's questioning what he knows about his world and everything like that. So you have to have that, otherwise the audience is not going to connect to these characters. So I think that Marvel understands that, and they need people to connect with Carol, obviously. And I think that we're going to do that because we're seeing her when she's a little girl, we're seeing her when she's, you know, a young woman, when she's in the Air Force, and then the scene with Fury. Do you know how to fly this? I think so. Let's find out. This is a yes or no. And like, I think her piloting skills are going to be a huge part of who she is, because that's what it is in the comic. There's so much of her life is just, I'm a pilot and I'm a damn good pilot and I'm going to get up there. And it's like Top Gun, but better. It's like Green Lantern with Hal Jordan, the movie, but except it actually will go into it.
Yeah.
That movie promised to be Top Gun, and then it was like, oh, let's get to the ugly looking Kilowog. Let's go up into space. And you're like, no, you missed out on some of the, you know, getting to root for these characters. Yeah. So that was a great trailer. I think I'm really, really hopeful that we're going to get all of that stuff.
Same. I think it looks great.
Yep. I will say this, 2019, my slogan for 2019, thought of it earlier today, be marvelous.
Be marvelous.
Marvelous.
Be marvelous.
Yeah.
What number movie is this? This is
21? 22?
1? Because 20 was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
This is 21.
Dang.
They got a pretty good track record. I think it's going to be good.
I think we'll be okay.
Maybe. Might be okay.
I think we'll be all right. Emily, let everybody know where they can find you on the interwebs.
Well, you can find me at Twitter at frankly_Emily, and then on Instagram at frankly_Emily_, and on HyperRPG regularly.
Hector.
You find me on the internet at Hector's Funny. Adam.
Yay. You can just find me at Adam Have It. Guys, go in the comments. Let us know what you thought about this trailer for Captain Marvel. Are you excited to see it? You should, because I think it looks like a really fun time.
What did we miss? Easter eggs. What did we miss?
Subscribe to HyperRPG and stay tuned, because this week's going to be crazy, and we've got a bunch of trailer reactions coming. So, why?
Yeah.
Because Marvel wants to kill us.
Wow.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.